Hello, everybody. Today I have a very special person here. Is a person that is riding here in Germany. And Germany is a country that is not so easy to ride, and is one of the survivors here. And we are not so many because it's not legal to ride in Germany, but we always find a way. And he's one of the active persons, and he knows lots of. He's always trying to improve and try to help us as community is not so active because we cannot be so active in Germany, but we are always out of Germany trying to help the other communities, and that's why we have here Janus. How are
Hi,
you, my friend?
fine, thanks.
Thank you for coming.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for having me.
So first of all, I would love for you to present. How do you start? How do you uh, how long are you riding? Tell us, how do you find this sport for everybody to understand a little and know a little more about you before
Mhm.
we start?
I started riding the one wheel 3 years ago, so in 2020. But it wasn't a COVID decision. So I had the dream of riding a one wheel when I found out about it, I think 10 to 12 months before that. Um, so I was actually thinking about electrifying my longboard as I live in a really hilly area and like without a motor, it's not very fun if you don't want to speed down a mountain with like 80 kilometers per hour. So yeah, I was thinking about that, and then I think I saw an ad or an Instagram reel or something about the one wheel, and I was hooked immediately. And yeah, so after like I gifted it to myself for the end of my apprenticeship. So when I started a job, like the first salary
Mhm.
went towards the one wheel, fulfilling a dream. And salut. and
Hello, Patrick. Hello, Jens. Everybody's coming
and
now.
nice. Um, yeah, so I got it in the summer of 2020, and I think I've met the first riders already like 1 or 2 months after that. Um, so actually, I don't live in a very active yeah, location in Germany, so there are very few riders here. Um, so I have to use my car often to go somewhere where there are more riders. Um, yeah, and yeah, I couldn't have imagined like how the community life would be and how it would turn out. So I'm pretty happy to not have to worry about like vacation ideas anymore, as like there are now so many events, especially this year. Um, it's crazy. Like I have to rule out some of them, as of course, like with vacation days and money and so on, I can't do every, which I couldn't have imagined when I got the one wheel 3 years ago. So I love it.
Do you imagine? Let's put it this way: from the moment you start, we have to. I'm always telling this to everybody. You was with me in 2022 in Portugal, and that was not so many events. Then we see the change of 2023, lots of events around Europe, something that we was not uh, maybe not waiting. Um,
Mhm.
how do you see the change? You as this year's having as rider, how do you see the change from in 1 year, seeing just having 1 or 2 events? Now we have five, and next year I think it's going to be eight official
Mhm.
ones. How do you see that change? Do you think that is a very positive thing for us in Europe?
Yeah, of course. Like I'm so jealous of all the American riders who post about their events and group rides all the time. Um, So I think there are very few opportunities here to have as many group rides,
Mhm.
but it's nice to have this event culture. Um, so I think it's really cool.
But do you think that like us, we have to talk like always? I know that is difficult for other persons to understand because we are talking about USA and other countries that is they are riding everyday freedom. We have to be very careful here in Germany,
Mhm.
because there is big fines and we can lose our PV, our one wheel, and that's why for us it's not easy to make a video, because with a video we can have a problem, because that is something that everybody's asking. Oh, why, Nelson, don't you make some videos? Because sometimes it's difficult for us. When we put a video, we are going to make us in a bad situation, and we're going to bring all of our friends in a bad situation, and that is
Mhm.
not a good thing. It's not easy for us, but for us to have now so many events, we was talking in private. We're going to have some events. We are in Germany, for everybody who don't know, we have 11 borders, 11 countries around us, and then it's for us a privilege to go to some events. And
Yeah.
we was talking about what you think next year. What events do you like to go that you never been?
I would love to go to the first Shred the Shires. Um, so I hope I can make it, as it's again a long way. Like this year, I was in Scotland,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, like I think it was 4,000 kilometers by car. So I did a 2 weeks trip,
Mm-hmm.
vacation trip with a friend, and like we saw England, Scotland, and France. And so I have to find somebody to go with me there, as like it's really nice to be able to to have changing drivers for the car. Um, yeah,
How
and
many
I think like
events do you
flying is no option
sorry,
as
Jans, how many events do you was this year?
right, let me think
You
about
was
it. So I was at Float the Highlands,
yes,
at the Belgic event,
and Portugal
in
event.
Portugal. Yeah, I think that's it.
Hmm. Yeah, but that is lots of kilometers or miles, wherever you
Yeah.
want to say it, and that is not easy. And most of us we have to ride. We cannot. We have the today. What are you riding? Are you riding a normal FM one wheel, or you change something?
Um, First, to shortly answer the question before,
Mm-hmm.
and I also want to do Denmark. So I'm
Oh.
really interested in the Danish one wheel games,
Mm-hmm.
and I think also the Belgic one wheel games or one wheel event again, as it's like really close to me. And so now to your second question. So I have been riding the original
Let's
Future
see it, the
Motion
baby. Come on, show us
XR.
the baby.
Wait, I have to.
You have more than one. You
The
have
issue
more
with the
than
old
one. Today
headset.
you have two. Yes.
Yeah, and three is like in the works. So this is the original Future Motion XR.
Uh huh.
I was riding for 2.5 years, or a little more than that. And like right before Portugal, I worked my ass off to finish this board, which is a Vesk. Wait, flip.
That is
So
a
this
nice
one,
baby. I like this baby. I like this
it's
baby
with
because.
an original XR battery,
Mm-hmm.
and so I have these power worked batteries
Mm-hmm.
to like, and I'm connected during the ride to the board, so I have
Mm-hmm.
extra range and extra power. And like with two batteries in the backpack, I was in Portugal, and I think I could do like 57 kilometers of range with that
Okay.
setup. So I also could like skip some charging spots if we are blowing all the fuses again, which was really nice. I was like, I don't care. Like still have 80% left.
But it's like this. I'm going to put the question like this for everybody to understand. What is the difference for everybody who don't know? What is the difference between a Vesk and uh, a normal future motion machine for you? You
Yep.
have the two machines there.
Yeah, exactly. So I was having the problem that as a more of a chubby guy or heavy rider, like the XR wasn't really working for me. Like on upper sections, and like I was often like in the very end, also
Hmm.
in Portugal last year, and yeah, that's of course annoying. Like I think in America they have the section Clydesdale,
Hmm.
which is pretty nice for races. Like for races, for me, it's just about participating and hopefully not putting in the last place.
Hmm.
But like there's no way of like even like winning or even getting in the like quarterfinals or something like this.
Hmm.
And yeah, with the Vesk, I finally can get uphill, which is really nice, and I'm really looking forward to my next build. I already have the battery, I think it's somewhere down there.
What is the plan?
So I got a Superflux motor,
Hmm.
and it's an 18S battery,
Hmm.
and yeah, I think we'll have a good mixture of range and power.
Hmm.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
Do you
And so
do you
it means freedom for me.
but
So I,
putting this way, my friend, do you work a lot for you to understand how to uh, because Vesk is not so easy. Lots of
mhm,
people think that is just changing for Vesk is just like future motion is easy. You go there, you plug on, and you just change the settings what you like, and you ride. With the Vesk is a total different world. You have to learn a lot. Uh,
mhm, yeah,
how many times do you take? You break your head to say, okay, I have to know how to do everything with the Vesk. How long did it take for you, for the people to
yeah.
understand? I think there is lots of people is interesting to go to Vesk and to see how difficult or how easy is that.
Yeah. So I started the journey of going Vesk last year in November, beginning of November. So it took me like 11 months to build the first board, as I was waiting on parts a lot.
Hmm.
Like there's still the situation that I can't finish the next build because of the whole BMS situation.
Hmm.
And yeah, so I spent a lot of time on Facebook and the forum and in the group
Hmm.
and on some forums like to learn about Vesk. And so I bought an old Plus and with a little Fokker inside, as I was hoping to just skip the hardware part and just come to the software part right away,
Hmm.
which didn't work out at all. So like with the Plus battery, it like you can't use it. It's not fun, and like nobody really knows the right settings, as I also didn't know about the quality of the battery and so on. So it was all the time like trying by failing and by falling
Hmm.
if I got the right settings. So yeah, it's really annoying. Like I was waiting for the low voltage pushback or like the low battery,
Hmm.
and yeah, it just like turned off mid ride, and I just fell. And this was usually the way to check if I have the right settings now or not, just to get into Vesk, like with really small range, like 5 to 6 kilometers,
Hmm.
but just to get a feeling for it and to tweak with the settings a bit and so on. So yeah, I learned a lot about the hardware aspects of it, and like until last year, I never soldiered in my life, and I
Hmm.
did a lot of soldering during this time. Um, so with all the different parts, build some like cable, what's it called? I don't know, like the cables, and like modified some Bluetooth
Hmm.
chip, and like all the plugs and so on. So I learned a lot in this time, and as I am a programmer
Hmm.
in my daily job, like I was really looking forward to like hundreds of parameters to yeah to perfect your ride, or like that's the fun thing I think about it. Um, like you can get closer to the perfect ride, or like with just one wrong setting, you can totally ruin your ride. I think that's it. What makes it really interesting for me.
Do you think is easy for everybody is like want to start? Do you think is easy to learn today the West? Do you see a big change from old? Because West it was in the last years not so good, but I think in the last maybe 10 to 11 months I started to grow very fast. Do you
Mhm.
think today is easier to work with the West than before?
Definitely easier if you were willing to spend the money. So you can get some like pre-built boxes with the little Fokker and all the whole setup
Mm-hmm.
inside, and then you just have to modify the battery BMS situation. Um, so if you're willing to spend the money, yeah, it's easier to get into. But yeah, I think it's still like it's good to learn about the like the inner workings and like all the different parts and like how it actually works. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's really yeah, really important. And
Yeah,
I see in the comments that
yeah.
somebody's taking Makers PV. Yeah, that's the American shop,
Mm-hmm.
and there's also a custom wheel shop in Germany or in Europe.
Yeah.
I think he's from
Do you
Belgium,
see hello Mike, hello Sebastian, everybody's coming in we are
Netherlands.
in Facebook, we are in Twitter, we are in YouTube. If you want to share it, that is free for everybody. The important thing is for us to bring the riders and speak. I think Jans has something to say about it, not just a rider, because we are seeing lots of change today with not just with the rides, but the events are happening around Europe. And if you are out of Europe and you want to go in 2024, maybe in holidays in Europe, you have lots of options of events of one wheel. And I know that the ace skate community is now organizing them to next year to make several races around and events around Europe. So stay tuned. Is going to be lots of things happening in Europe. Maybe if you want to come to make holidays, I don't know, in each country in Europe, you're going to see lots of events from the PVs. This is a good thing for all of us. Before it was just USA, and now we are seeing that the European are coming together to work together and create something very special. And if you are here around us, why not? Just come and go to the event and have some good time. If you never try it, maybe you can come and visit and have a go and say, oh, let me try. I know that the community is good and they're going to help you in that and show you maybe that is for you, maybe that is not for you. That is something that is going in the right direction. What do you think about that? Do you think we are going now, the European, we are going in a good direction about the
Yeah,
PVs?
yeah, definitely. So I think I really like the like in the last few months, like a big event was the Halloween ride you organized. So
Mm-hmm.
we were in Bonn, which is like 3 hours from me, and yeah, like we or like Nelson
Mm-hmm.
booked a indoor what's called like motorbike
Mm-hmm.
dirt arena, and like they were all different kinds of PEVs. So electric longboards, electric unicycles, one wheels, and some other self-built devices. And it was really cool to see the community come together. And like also there were I think passengers who were just like passing by
Mm-hmm.
and saw some light in the arena and heard some
Yeah,
noises
it
and
was something
like
like
they
that.
checked out I think all of your devices. So that was
I,
really cool.
I think we are a very strong community. Each one make his work. Each one has his specialty, and I think oh hello, well, that is one of the us from Europe, from Germany.
Hi
Yeah.
Jürgen. He's actually
And
living about 100 kilometers from me away, so
yeah.
he's the closest rider I got.
But I think the community we have to every person has his strengths in our community, and that is the beautiful thing. That was a very nice event. That was an event that was organized in close to 2 weeks. I came to that because I'm working a lot. If anyone don't know, I'm a cook, and now is the session that is lots of work. And yeah, the community came. The money was there because the community arrange everything, put the money, and that's what is beautiful in these communities. We work all of us together, and was a chance for everybody to come. Nobody has to pay. Everybody came. We put a pizza that everybody could ask some food, and it was 7 hours of good time, enjoying. Nobody was with nothing broken or, and I think was interesting, and that's what we call community, and that's why what I love. And you travel. How many kilometers do you travel from your home to the event?
I think
Maybe
it's
300 close.
250, 300, something like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, is around 250, 150, 160 miles. So it's a lot. We have
Mhm.
to travel for us to go to a small event, and that is private. That is the only way we can ride here in Germany. So, uh, tell us, for you, for everybody who you've been in three events, three great events. How can you describe the three events for you, my friend?
Yeah, so they were all really different,
Yes,
and
that's a problem.
yeah, and so
Starting
I
with the
was
first one,
actually,
Scotland.
yeah. um, Yeah, so like a big shock for me was that the racetrack was totally different, or I felt like it was totally different than like in the preview video they took with the drone shot. And I think they were also like as I know, they were also surprised by that because like every 10 years, I think like the road which goes down the hill is repaved, and it was just like in the few weeks before the race. And so it shifted from, like, in my opinion, it shifted from being like about technical decisions,
Hmm.
like on one, like where you have to step down and like to not slide away in the gravel, to just like who has the balls to go like with 60 kilometers per hour down the mountain, or like in this direction, I'd say. And so I would have preferred the gravel because I like gravel riding the most.
Hmm.
And yeah, so it totally shifted, and like directly before the race, like in the warm up phase, I crashed pretty hard on the
Sorry.
like on some small jump ramp. Um, so then
Was
like
hard, was difficult.
my whole back was
Yeah.
scratched and
Yeah.
bloody, and I thought like, oh, I'm not sure like if I even want to race now. Um, yeah, but I pulled through, and I think like we had the chance to do 2 laps,
Hmm.
and after the first lap, I thought, okay, like my time was better
Hmm.
than in the training lap, and like I couldn't go faster if I did another. So I thought, okay, like one lap is enough for me, and uh, yeah, just started enjoying the event. Being happy to have survived it without any broken bones or anything, and just watched the others, and yeah, so it was really
But
nice.
do you think because Scotland has a big problem. Scotland is the problem at the weather changed very fast. We came in the first
Mhm.
day, that weather was so fantastic and everything beautiful. Next day was like cloudy and cold, like starting raining, and that is you never know what is going to happen there. How can you describe it, this event, because it was totally different for what we are used to, because that is
Mhm.
in the middle of nowhere, in the mountains, beautiful. Yeah,
Mhm.
that is a beautiful place. And how can you describe it? Do you imagine was going to be so many persons there?
No,
I
I
was
don't think
like
so. As it's
surprised
like
too.
as was like the first time for Float the Highlands. Um, like it was really cool to see so many people come together, and also like from so many different nations. And yeah, because like of course like going to the islands as
Hmm.
like it's more like it's harder also because of Brexit and so on. It's harder like it's not so easy to just like ship your one wheel as I did with Portugal, for example.
Yeah.
Like you have to find another solution or be really
Mm-hmm.
sure about fulfilling the right
Accommodations.
paperwork.
Mm.
And it's a long trip, of course, for everybody. And also really cool to see people like from America, like Bob Miller,
Yeah.
his family. This was really cool. And
And I
yeah,
think
with the weather,
I think he gave good tips for all of us. It was nice to have him there. I think he
yeah,
was a good thing to have him, a guy with experience, different style, and then when he talk and he give a little tips how to do or how you, I think it was very nice for all of us
mm,
to see his experience, and of course, like I always tell, that Europe has nothing to do with the USA. We have lots of countries, lots of cultures, lots of weathers. Is totally different from one country to the other. Uh,
yeah, like on the day of the finals, like also it rained a lot, and I think they were also thinking about like canceling the
yeah.
finals or shifting it. And like most of the riders still went for the finals, but like I was waiting and at the finish line, and like so many people just like flew to the restaurant, which was nice and cozy and warm.
I just want to, before we continue, I just want to show something for everybody to understand what we was talking about. Just for us, for you, that is a video from Vinny. That is the guy who makes the event in Belgium, and that was his video. I'm going to leave the link for all of you guys. That was the event from all of us, and it was good to see the community together and having this opportunity. And that was the arena. It was good.
Yeah.
I'm planning to do something very special in January, end of January. Maybe it's going to be like the first event of the year. We're just waiting for prices because the prices are very high. uh, but I think that is a good thing for us to see that we can have fun. That was a motocross arena, and yeah, we see lots of guys riding and lots of one wheels for the first time. It was the first time that he was there. I was not waiting for him to come. So, and do you think was the first time we have so many one wheels there? Normally,
Mhm.
the event is always lots of AUCs, lots of mountain boards, and this year was a lot of one wheelers there.
Mhm.
And to see our community so together, for me, was very special.
Yeah, that's
Don't
true.
you think that was very special? Like this one, you never ride a mountain board was the first time, and then each person could try all the machines, and that is the beautiful of that.
Yeah, and look at how fast he's going. Like Alexis is really a great rider.
He's a very great rider.
Yeah.
He broke his look at Jaffa. So the guy who falls now is going to come in 2 days here. So yeah, this guy broke his shoulder last week. Uh, he's a very fast rider.
Mhm. And
Uh,
also, like he wanted to try the flight fins on my board, and
uh-huh.
so like he just like did a few laps, and like he was jumping like really high. I thought like, okay, what the fuck? Like he's really good at it. Like it's the first time for him, or
Wow.
I think it was the first time for him trying the flight fins. Like okay, like he's really good at jumping. Wow! And then I just realized, okay, it's Lexus, which I think like a few weeks ago, a few weeks before, I saw some videos. I
Mhm.
discovered him on Instagram. Like
He's
okay,
very good.
yeah, he's doing the crazy bongs all the time.
Uh-huh. He has a background of skating, and he started with the one wheel just as a testing, and now he's riding. And the community in Netherlands are very strong in Belgium too, from the one wheelers, and they are crazy guys. Vince, we has Goze, we has so many guys. Moby, we has Jaffa. so many good riders. And then we have the UCs. The UCs are crazy too. And then we have the mountain boarders and everybody. And I think that was like Vini, this guy is now, it was very surprised to see so many types of PVs there. And he was talking to me and he said, maybe Belgium in the future, we want to make like a mix that we can bring all the community together. And I think that is nice to have all the community together. Uh,
Mm. Yeah, I think originally it's a mountain board like place where the one wheel event took
mhm.
place, right?
Yes, that
So
is a
they're going
mountain board,
downhill with
not electric,
also big
downhill.
ramps.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, uh, so for everybody to understand that this event was very fun. I'm just going to put because he tried it then for the first time out the AUC, my AUC, and he started and he was riding already. And so that is the beautiful of this sport is we can try all the PVs as community, and that's the idea from No Limits to Ride is for us to bring the communities together, bring the riders, and the beautiful thing is that we can help each other. And sometimes everybody asks me, Nelson, how can you do it? I don't do it, nothing. We do all of us together. Me alone, I'm never going to achieve nothing without the community working together. And that's what we are seeing now. The community are working, all of them are making something for us to achieve something for the future. And it's beautiful to see that next year we're going to have so many events. And I hope that Germany can find a way to create one event that will
Mm.
be fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's see what we have here. But guys, I have to go back to work. One wheel for life. Yeah, my friend. I hope that you are okay. Enjoy it. So now continue it, my friend. Then you come to Belgium. Belgium is a total different. Uh,
Mhm.
when do you arrive in Belgium? Because Belgium was very complicated because before the event was raining a lot and it was no chance to prepare everything, and you prepare in a less day with the guys from who come to the event. They help a lot. How can you describe the event from Belgium, because it was a little complicated?
Mhm. So actually in Belgium, I wasn't participating in the race, but I was just there to be a spectator and like to join the group rides.
Mm-hmm,
And I was really like thinking about like turning the decision like the few days before when I saw all the content on Instagram, like how they were preparing the racetrack and so on. I think maybe I should still join, but like the tickets were sold, and I thought, okay, that maybe it's a sign. And like when I arrived, yeah, like it just had rain for like a whole day
mm-hmm,
or 2 days, and actually, I thought, okay, I'm pretty happy about my decision now. So like they were thinking about like how to maybe change the racetrack if they can do all the sections they originally planned. And yeah, so like it was a really fun race to watch. But I also realized that I couldn't have really participated with my XR, which I just said at this point, as yeah, like there was like it was going uphill on slippy grass,
mm-hmm.
like on big sections of the race, and yeah, like my one wheel wouldn't carry me
Oh,
that
no chance,
uphill,
my friend.
and so I was really happy with my decision, and it was really nice to just spectate, and yeah, it was a really cool event.
You
It
just have to
was really
imagine
fun.
like this, my friend. I was seeing Fabio was before Adrian, and Adrian was with the Vesk, and then Fabio was with the GT, and Fabio was in second place, and it was coming uphill. And when he started uphill, the Vesk come from far away, and he come uphill. The Vesk was like smoking the GT. That
Mhm,
is, imagine with the XR. The XR is more difficult,
mhm,
and I think the Vesk changed that a little because we cannot compete. You don't have no chance. It's
Mhm.
like day and night. It's difficult for us to tell to everybody. I said I see now that One Wheel, the Future Motion, as a new GTX. We will see how is going to be the performance. Like he is telling now, I think that the training camp and race great weekend. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
that is a very good thing. And the other thing is that she will change this. We will see, my friend. I have to see the machine. I know there is not one in. I hope that here in Germany anyone buys one. I'm not going to buy nothing from Future Motion anymore.
Mhm.
I prefer
Ditto.
to go to Vesk because it's easy for me to find everything I need. With Future Motion, I have always to wait a lot, and I don't want to. And with Vesk, it's easy for us to go, and there is lots of good people working with the Vesk when we need help. If I don't know, I can go to the community, and the community help me to fix it. For me,
Yeah, I
is
think the GTS is a cool device to ride if it works. And if it stops working, you're pretty much like fucked in Europe.
yeah,
And
that's the
so
problem.
yeah.
And then it comes the question, because there is always this problem. Uh, they're going to say I'm responsible or not, because they're going to say it maybe not. No, I'm not responsible.
Mm. Yeah, I think like I also heard some stories. I read them on Facebook, just like with the new GTSs arriving, in people's places, and like it just arrived with the bumpers broken and so on, and like they immediately claimed that it's broken in some way, and Future Motion just said, "No, not our problem,"
Yeah,
which is
that's also,
crazy.
yeah, that is the big question. That's why I prefer to go to Vesk. I'm Vesk now, and I don't have nothing against. I think that is good that the competition is there. There is three companies. I hope that in the future, three, no, four companies now there. We have the Fun Wheel, we have the Float Wheel, we have the Future Motion, then we have the DIY that everybody can do himself, and buy the parts that they want. And we have what's the other one? Yeah, I think that is the four different things.
Mhm.
I'm a guy who likes very much the style from the XR, but that is the future, and we have to accept that. For you, my friend, do you think we are like today? We are seeing 84 volts. Now we are with 113 volts. Do you think is enough, or you think that is going to grow more and more?
Yeah, I think like there's now I don't know what it's called in English, but like everybody's just like gearing up and like upgrading their device, or at least the ones who want to have like the top performance in races, which is I think not that much of a good thing actually, and as it just like means like spending a lot more money on your
Uh-huh.
device, of course, and also like sacrificing range in order to get higher speeds.
Mm-hmm.
And so, for example, for group rides, it's like they will become shorter because of
Mm-hmm.
this. And like
It's
I'm
like
looking to go to the other direction to have longer group rides, like with my 57 kilometers
yeah,
range.
I think too. It's like I was talking with the guys from AUCs, and they told me, oh, now so we are with 100 volts, and now we are talking about AUCs that are with 151 volts.
Oh,
151 volts is the new ones.
hmm,
That is crazy.
yeah,
Let's see, Patrick. In Europe, the UFC support is so bad, but it's good
that's true.
for more West riders. Yeah, of course. But we have to find a solution. I think that is unfair. Like for a rider who rides XR to compete against a Vesk, I think that is not fair. We have to, the guys who organize the events, they have to think about that, because these people don't need the Vesk. They don't want to have a race. They just want to have fun. or they don't
Yeah.
have the money to invest in one VESC. That's the problem. And
Yeah.
that's why we have to find a way that everybody's happy. And it's not easy. Racing without better, because speaking about riding skills is different terrains. See
I think
without.
that's the thing what Jürgen is
Hmm.
saying, that like Denmark, like the Danish one wheel games, they are focused more on like the balance skills and stuff and not that much on speed. And
But
I
that's what
really
I
like
think
this
is
idea.
good.
I really like the approach.
Jan, I think that is the beautiful thing about the events that we have now in Europe. Like Italia, they're not going to make any more the race. They're going to make like uh, uh, skills. Is like a tricks event.
Mhm.
They don't want to make the race, and then we have the Danish guys. They don't want to make like balance
Mhm.
event. Then you have Portugal that has the race, but then it makes the tour. Then you have the guys from um, uh, 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 Switzerland that they want to make a race, but they are very specific to in tricks. So
Mhm.
you're going to have lots of different things. We're going to see the
Yeah,
new
really
ones
different
that they're going to.
approaches, really unique. That's really
Yeah,
nice.
and then you have the guys from Denmark, from Netherlands. If they come next year, they want to make just trails.
Hmm.
So
Oh wow.
yeah, but they are very strong in trails. So
Hmm.
they just want to make like you have to have lots of skills to make the trails what they have in there. I was riding with them about 3 weeks ago. No, 1 month was before Portugal. I don't know, 3 4 months. And
Hmm.
Adrian he fall, and was the day I was getting the board for bringing for Portugal, and I was seeing
Okay.
the skills from these guys, and I was like, fuck, they are crazy. They are very
Yeah.
very good riders, and you create, and that is another different style that we're going to see maybe not this next year, but in 2025 is a
Yeah.
new one that is going to come, and
Yeah, I
that's
often see their Instagram videos. Like I
mhm,
think they're meeting every other
every
weekend.
weekend,
So really often, or every weekend, yeah.
every
And like they're
weekend.
just smoking the trays.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really
They
fun to
are.
watch.
Oh, look, now is Ralph is talking about the Commander GT Pro is going to go to 168 volts. That is crazy, guys. That
Yeah,
is don't stop. So and that's why I told to everybody we're going to have lots of things, and I'm so proud of our community. And I know that in Germany, um,
hi Chris.
hello, 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 hello. Ooh, so long at sea. How are you, Chris?
Yeah, get well soon, mate. Hope your foot is all right.
uh, I hope there is a guy here in Germany. His name is Simon, and he was with the event 2 years. We was there, the two of us, and that was so amazing.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
true.
uh, uh, and I hope that last year he was I think was one of the best days of his life because he married with the love of his life, and he wants to take a break for his. And I hope that this year maybe he do it again,
Mhm.
and I hope maybe he can come to the AOL or he can create something there because it was one of the great events we have and was so fun. And I would love to see in Germany having a participation in this role of the one wheel
I think
events.
Simon even won like the float line
Yes, yes, yes.
festival race like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah, something like this.
Yeah, he wins the Pint X
Hmm.
with this battle of the horses.
Yeah, also that like the one wheel
Yeah,
or the future motion
I think he
contest. Yeah,
was second
about
or
creative
yeah.
videos.
Yeah, and he's a very good person, and our community in Germany is very sad. That is, in the moment, is we are afraid. We
Mhm.
have about we don't lose because the restrictions are very big, and we don't want to lose our. First of all, it's not our PVs. It's because if you have a licensed car, you're going to lose points in your car. You're going to have is not good for all of us. That's why it's not easy for us to invite our friends outside of Europe who wants to come to Germany. We cannot invite it because it's not safe to invite a
Yeah.
friend and then he has a problem. But I hope that that change and continue, my friend.
Like
Belgique.
in the last 2 or 3 months, I also like heard some stories from people I rode with this year a few times, and like they got caught by the police in the cities, and like they were fined up to €1,000, and luckily they could keep their PVs, but um, yeah, like it's really unfortunate. That's also why I'm usually just riding like in the forests and through the fields. Like I would love to use it as a means of transportation, but it's just not possible because of the legal situation.
So for everybody, it's not. Chris is telling is one of the best riders we have here. Is always laugh, always with a smile. He was with an accident, and he was very active. And he's telling he's coming back now, and he's riding not so strong because he was with his operated in his leg, in his feet, I think was the
Mhm.
operation, and he's coming back. I hope that he's better. I hope to see him very very soon. He's one of the guys. He's always with nice music, always with a big
Yeah,
smile, always positive energy, and
like he's the
is
tour DJ.
and is always one of the persons who try to push our sport. And in Germany, sometimes he lives in the border from Netherlands, and sometimes we have the option to go there close to him and have a nice ride in trails. That is a question I didn't ask you. I know that in Germany we don't ride on roads, but what is the option for you in the beginning? You talk a little about that, but what is for you? You like more trails or you prefer uh, roads?
Yeah, I prefer trails and like or gravel ways through the fields and through the forest. Yeah.
Yeah. What type of
So
tire do you like more? What do you use? What is tire that you prefer and you are using?
I use a tread tire, so I've been riding the original Vega for like the first, uh, I don't know, 9 months, and then I changed to the Boris tire, and yeah, I bought it after like several times, and I just stick to it as I really love it.
What is that 5.5 or 6? What you using?
I think
6 is the same
six
like
times
me.
11 inches, something like
I
this.
have the small version too, but I don't know. I don't like it so much. It's too small. It's better for tricks, but for you to go to trails and everything. And I'm using the big tire now, and I'm
Hmm.
loving to have the big tire because it's amazing. I was last week in Paris riding with the crazy guys from Mountainboards, and the guys was like, "What? A one wheel can go so fast?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Huh?" And I was like, "Oh, maybe I'm going to buy something like that." And I say that is always an option. I love
Yeah,
to ride
that's so
with
cool.
you guys. Again, I
Looking forward
love
to
to
it,
see
Chris.
you very soon. So it's raining every day in Germany, and the weather is so bad. I normally I go to work and I don't have the option now to work because in the morning is a good weather and in the
Mhm.
evening is raining, or in the morning is raining, in the evening. So the option
Yeah.
is not
Yeah,
so
I'm kind
good.
of jealous of the like Portuguese and
Yeah,
Spanish
yeah.
riders, and like I see them like on Instagram and stuff, and
Oh,
like
oh,
I feel like they are riding all the time,
do
and
you
for me,
see
it's
the
just not
new
possible.
video from? Do you see the new video from what happened to Philippe?
With the one wheel in the pool,
Yeah, do you see it?
yeah. So
Wow, that was bad, my friend. When he showed
I
me,
like my only guess is that it's like totally shit right now. That it's like not working anymore. But I don't know for sure if like anything could be rescued. Do you know
I don't know
something
if he's going
about
to
it?
risk anything, but that was a bad situation.
And like he was also helping me with building my desk. Like we were discussing a few things, and like he definitely helped me out before the
Mhm.
Portuguese race. as I like fucked up a connector right on the day. Like in the morning, I plugged it the wrong way, and like there was a big spark and fire.
Wow.
No, 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 not fire, but a big spark, and like my hand was burned a bit, and like this was right the day before the tour,
Uh-huh.
or 2 days before, and so I couldn't use the external battery anymore. And like without any of this, with the original XR battery, I have like 12.5 kilometers of range. So like the tour wouldn't have been possible, and like he had like all the hardware, like soldering iron and also replacement connectors and so on. And he really rescued me, also for the race and for the tour.
Yeah, I think it's like this. Our community in Germany is very good. Huh?
Mhm.
We are very lucky that we have good guys working with and they know Simon is making fantastic batteries. Tom from Berlin, everybody is working together, and our community is very good in DIY. That is a good thing that we have here, and
Yeah. If Tom was will watch this, uh, like I'm really thankful for all your help. Like before Portugal, we rode with each other like for the just like the whole month before it,
Mhm.
and like nearly every day, and he was helping me so much. And
No, he's
he's a
a
great guy.
fantastic person. That's what we call community. So, my friend, now then coming to Portugal. Portugal was not something new for you. We was the
Mhm.
two of us together in Portugal 2 years. That was the second year that we came together. Um, how can you describe Portugal in these 2 years that you've been there?
Mhm.
Because this year was a little different because you have the race. The first year was more the tour. This year we made the race and we made the tour. It was more days.
Yeah.
And the good
So.
thing is our group came more together. We was with six guys. Yeah, Janos was there. Richard was there too. Two guys that Richard was last year not possible because of COVID in the last minute. This year was Christopher was with the accident, and we changed. And yeah, we was with a nice group.
Mhm.
Our event was very nice. How can you describe for you, for everybody who never get gone to Portugal, and for you having the experience to be 2 years there?
Yeah. So it's a
And
totally different environment and climate
I'm
than
going to
in
change here
all the other
something, and
events.
in a moment that you are talking, because I'm going to put for everybody to see that is 2000 2022.
Mhm. Yeah, cool. So it's a totally different environment and climate than like in all of the other race countries. And so actually for me it's too hot. um, yeah, but it's just like so cool, and like I really love the terrain over there, and definitely loved it more with the Vesk, because like the first year I was really struggling with my XR,
Hmm.
and I often had to carry the board like for large sections, and like on I felt like on every uphill I had to go like really slow and turning, or like usually I had to walk. So that was a big improvement with the Vesk for me. That's also why I was so eager to finish it before Portugal, as I didn't want to have like the same experience as with the XR the year before. And
Yeah, because for you it was a big difference. You have the opportunity to have 1 year with the XR, and the next year you come with the Vesk.
mhm.
And
Yeah,
and
and like in the first year, like you, Felipe, and me, like we were
mhm,
usually
in the
more
back.
towards the end, and yeah, like struggling. And like this year, we all had Vesks, and it was so amazing to see, like also to see you and Felipe to just have fun, and yeah, like sometimes like being in the front even.
Mhm.
Um, so that was really cool. Yeah.
But the good thing is the difference for everybody to understand. Last year we was 28, and this year we was close to 60%. Totally different.
Oh, there was I. Yeah.
Yeah, he was all the time there, and last year we see lots of XRs. This year we see lots of Vesks. It was a
Hmm.
big
And
change.
lots of GTs also.
Lots of
Also, like
GTs, yes.
everybody upgraded.
Hmm.
Felt like,
Everybody
and
prepared themselves to go to, but
and
it was
also
lots of
like after the first year, like in the month before
you in the back.
the second race or the second tour, like everybody yeah, like was talking about their gear, their safety gear, and everybody was also upgrading this to be more safe and also to be able to ride more risky for the race.
Yeah, I was riding there last year with you together, and I was with the big fall. Uh,
Mhm,
do you remember close to the Salinas? I was
mhm.
riding with the XR, and at one moment to another, I make a curve and I fall, and that was not so nice. I think you need more time, and I think you need a good machine to make this event. We see lots of like Carrie, Karen, James. Last year was not so fast. This year, the two of them, they was very fast,
Yeah,
and you
they're
see
really good
lots of
riders.
guys this year stepping up. They are very, very, very good, and oh, I miss this. So she's the crazy girl from Germany. Hella is she don't has. I think she's not afraid of nothing. Huh? She's a very
No, she isn't.
strong girl.
Yeah,
She's
it's really inspiring actually.
yeah.
So
She's one of
I
the
saw
persons.
her.
She's one of the persons who don't have. She's a positive energy in every group or every event that we go. It's not
Yeah, I met
because
her
she's
a
my
few weeks
friend.
ago, and it was so great to see her again. And like after more than a year now, I think I saw her
Hmm.
last time in Portugal last year,
Hmm.
and just a few weeks ago I met her, and it was so great to see her
I
again.
was with her too
And I would
about
love
3 weeks
see her
ago.
at
She was
some
here.
events in the next year.
I hope that she comes because we need her. Well, our community needs her. She's very important for all of us, and I think she's going to change uh, a lot for us here. Um, and I think good people, we cannot lose them.
Mhm.
They are important for all of us, and
Yeah.
I think she is one of them. And I'm going to put some of your. I'm going to leave his Instagram for everybody to go there and see it. Uh,
And funny thing about Ella is that she also like grew up in a city or a village
mm-hmm,
near my hometown. So I think we met for the first time in February last year,
mm-hmm,
and she also like she's visiting her family often, or at
mm-hmm.
least she did last year before she got a dog and a boyfriend. And
And
yeah,
I'm
so
very happy
every
for her.
other,
She deserves it.
yeah, yeah, of course,
I think he's the lucky man more than
yeah.
her because he has a very special person. But
No.
that is my
And she
opinion
also
now.
told me about the Portugal tour, so that's why I was in because of her I was in Portugal, and as she told me about it, like I think 1.5 months before the tour started.
Mm-hmm,
So I think it was officially after the deadline for the
mm-hmm.
ticket sale, and just like 2 or 3 days after.
So that is a very
And
special
so
moment
it's,
that you has made in 2022 for everybody to understand.
oh, but
No,
this
this
is
was the second one.
yeah, this is the one
Oh, that is
which
the
didn't
one
work out.
from us this year that you not achieve. Okay, let's put the other one. The other one is
It
for
should
everyone.
be
That was
just like
very
the
good.
very first on the
Let
page.
me see.
I think it's pinned on the top.
Okay, let's put on here.
Yeah,
No,
there it is.
yes, this one. So this here, for you guys to understand, this here is. Oh, let me put this here as something special because. Can you describe it?
Yeah. So actually, we were having a bet last year with a guy of the camera crew,
Mm-hmm.
film crew, and So Beat was going to the beach, and yeah, like I had one shot to get the frisbee in a circle of like with a radius of like 5 or 3 or 5 meters around him, and so up there from the cliff, and yeah, it
There it
worked
goes.
on the first time, and yeah, like they just couldn't believe it, and so we tried to recreate this year,
Yeah, but this year was
but
lots
the
of
wind
wind.
was just too heavy, and
That was too
yeah, it did
heavy.
work out.
Yeah, but that was amazing. That was like X. Let's put now the other one. The other one was is very windy, and if you see it now from the top, you're going to see him how his t-shirt, and then look here. You see the water. You're going to see how much wind is there, and it's
And also, yeah,
impossible.
it's just the wind, like
You
moving the
see it
first
here.
no.
How that turns. It goes up, goes down, and then no chance. It pulls very fast. You don't have no
Yeah.
chance. You can see it from here. Oops. He pulls and there he goes. So now let's put it here before we go to the end. We're going to show it. This is some of the trails here in Germany.
It's actually a park near my work in the city I
Mm-hmm.
work in, and yeah, this was like in the 1.5 weeks I had between finishing the board and
Mm-hmm.
sending it to Portugal,
Mm-hmm.
and like gaining experience on the Vesk. I did like
Was a big
in the
change
one
for
and a
you.
half weeks. Like I wanted to have several months of experience before like trusting it with a bigger
Mm-hmm.
tour, and yeah, in the end I just got like 1.5 weeks, and I think I did like 120 kilometers on it
Mm-hmm.
just before I shipped it to Portugal. But I thought, okay, I think I trusted enough to make the tour happen.
Yeah. And here we are seeing you are in Portugal. That was the 2022.
Mhm.
Uh,
Oh, there's
and
Chris,
yeah, Chris is always there.
our DJ.
Always in the limit of his board. If you see his board is always pushing him back. There is Ella. There's lots of good riders. Uh, was good 2022 20. I think 60 is not a negative thing. I'm going to tell. I always tell this. I think that is beautiful to see 60 persons riding, but for me 60 persons riding sometimes you cannot know everybody. Is difficult because
It was funny, like this year, like I felt like with some people, they're like, "Oh wait, they're still with us." I didn't see them like for 1.5 days, even though we were on the same tour, like doing the same, yeah,
yeah,
the same
this is
distance.
2023 already because
Yeah,
I see the guy from Switzerland passing.
this is us reaching our goal, like
Yeah,
being at the lighthouse at sundown,
this year it
sunset.
was not possible for us to go inside. We made a little difference. We make a corridor for everybody to pass, and it was fun. I have the video there. I have everything. Yeah, I have everything. I just need to have time to do something because I have lots of stuff I want to make all the races, but I always the time is too short. So lots of people come to this point every year. Why? Or every afternoon because that is beautiful for you to sit there and see the sunset, and it's nice. It's different.
And it's like the end of the Algarve and
Yeah,
the like
the end
farthest
of
in the
Europe.
southeast you can get in Europe.
Yeah, that is like we are going to the end of Europe, and you coming to the end. That is always a special moment. Was special for you the first time and the second time to achieve
Uh,
the end.
like the first time I was just like so happy, and like all the I don't know, like the luck hormones like serotonin and
Mm-hmm.
so on just flew right through me.
Mm-hmm.
And for the second time actually, like it was like, okay, cool, we arrived, we did it again, because I was like much less struggling than the
Uh-huh.
first year, but it was still really cool, and I was really happy for the others who did it, and like also still proud of myself, of course.
Don't you think
Um,
that is good for us to have the experience from the first year? Could share the experience to the new guys,
mhm,
and because this guy is sitting now right here, he was close to say, "I'm not going to." You see something in his legs. He was telling maybe in Saturday he was telling maybe I'm not going to achieve,
mhm,
and he made it. And I think that
yeah,
is very nice to see everybody coming to the end.
yeah.
Don't
And
take
also
a guy.
gave like tips to the others to
Yeah.
like to put more emphasis
Mm-hmm.
on good sleep, on enough sleep. As like in
Mm-hmm.
the first year, like every night was shorter for me
Mm-hmm.
than the night before. So in the last night, I slept like 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and because I was also like editing videos all the time and so on, I thought like, okay,
You was
I
very fast.
just
You are
have to do
fast.
a few hours of sleep at least.
You are very fast doing the videos. I cannot do that. Sorry, my friend. Sometimes I lose my patience. I say I don't do the video. Forget it. And sometimes I have the videos and everything. Then the people is asking Nelson, when are you going to give the video? And I'm always like, I can give you everything. You can do it yourself. Because
But I
I
would like
don't
to
know.
say, like, I really love the idea of the Algarve tour. So I'm like more into group rides and especially like long group rides
Mm-hmm.
than races.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, it's like just so cool, like riding from sunrise till sunset
This year is
with a few
beautiful.
charging breaks. Yeah,
How
also
was
true.
how can you describe it riding the one wheel here? It's totally different than off-roading.
Hmm. Yeah, really nice. Like also like with the sunsets, it's just
Uh-huh.
like just really flow state and
Mm-hmm.
really relaxing.
Relaxing. That is
It
something
really
that
takes your
we
mind off things.
uh-huh. That is the good thing. You have lots of places that you can do that, and that is beautiful to see another person filming you. But because most of the time you are the one who are filming the others, and
That's true.
and sometimes you have the opportunity to have somebody who can uh, film you is nice. I think that
Yeah.
is a very nice thing for all of us.
It was
So
like
this
one of
one,
the first, I feel like one of the first times, and also like this,
uh-huh.
that somebody is actually filming me.
Hmm.
So shout out to Mark who did this sunset
Yeah,
video on the
and that is
beach.
the event from Simon
Hmm.
and country. What's the name? Country.
Country Club One Wheel Games,
Yeah,
I think it's called.
oh, yeah, yeah, country. And we have to say that with a small place, he could bring everything, and I think that is beautiful. Oh, there's another German person here. He is very
Ah,
active today.
I.
I loving your GT. Your GT is very good. Yeah, you put your GT very beautiful, and we have the opportunity to race here. In about three, was around 2 3 years ago that we was doing this race. We cannot imagine that was going to be more races around Europe, and now we have
Mm.
more races uh, around Europe, and
Yeah, I think like 2 years ago, and like just like 3 or 4 months after this, like the EUL
mhm. And I think that is
foundation was
beautiful.
officially announced with so many events. Yeah, very
Yeah, but
cool.
that was something that we was there. We have to say thank you so much to Simon to take his private life and his private home to create the event for us to be in a private place, for us not to be illegal, and that way we was 2 days there having lots of fun.
Yeah, such a great guy.
Yeah, he's a very and the family too, and that is what we have to say thank you so much for everything he done for us, and I hope that he come back and he has the strength to say, okay, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do it.
Mhm.
So then we have the 2023 that was from Darren. He's a fantastic rider,
Yeah.
and he make a small video too, and
I
I
think
think
he's
his
the one with the overlanders also, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Uh, he was my the guy who was sleeping with me in the same room, and you was sleeping with the guy from Denmark. I think is right.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah.
In the beginning, we should stay the two of us and Derek in some days, and then you said okay, uh, I, we changed, and that was perfect.
Yeah, with Jonas.
Yeah.
Jonas was my room buddy.
Yes. It's good for us to find the right person for us. For me, he was a fantastic person, and he's a fantastic rider. Very good. I follow him in YouTube, guys. I'm going to leave the link. He has nice videos. And from this video, I take the race from the girls because it was with nice shots. And yeah, it was good to see a big team from UK there. We see
Mhm.
that UK is coming very strong and very united. Lots of riders in UK is illegal too, but seeing so many people riding was fantastic. I think that is they are stepping, and they have two events this year there in these
Yeah,
beautiful islands.
yeah, that's also why I'm looking so forward to Shred the Shires as like I also like I love the different accents, or the
Yeah,
different
for me
English
the big
accents, and like they're so great, like
for me the big
guys and
question
girls.
is like this: in this date is going to be the event in USA, the
Hmm.
Oka. And
Oak
I'm
City Shred
asking
Fest.
myself if I go to USA or if I go there, because I was 3 years invited by them, and I was planning maybe next year to go there, but let's see how that's going to work.
Hmm.
Do you try the the fins from him?
The
Uh,
Overlanders.
yeah.
Yeah, I tried it for like just a few laps, like around Fabio's supermarket.
Hmm. And
And
what you think? I never tried. It's something that I'm very interested.
yeah, so I'm very used to flight fins actually, because also like when I got my board, like it was used, and
Hmm.
the guy before me also had flight fins on it, and so I learned one wheeling with the flight fins, which
Hmm.
is not so good to learn with actually, I think,
Hmm.
because now I'm like it's really
Used to.
stressing me out if I'm riding without flight fins.
Okay.
But like the overlanders are like yeah, like the other, like you're still locked in,
Hmm.
but not on the inner, like on the, like not with the stance near the tire, but
Hmm.
like far away from it. I actually think, like for me, it feels like they're more dangerous if you're falling, or like if you have to step off your one wheel.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm not too sure. So yeah,
So
but I
now,
think they're really
and is now
interesting
is coming to
concept.
Vesk. Huh? You know that
Mhm.
he's already close to finish with the Vesk too.
Oh, I didn't know that he's already close to finishing. Like,
Hmm.
okay, that's
He's
cool.
close to finish. He already received the rails, the same like me, and
Mhm.
because he wants to put the big tire too, because
So
he's
the
fast.
X10 race, right?
Yeah, he's going to
Mhm.
have the rails from the uh, this X10
Mhm.
rails. It's good for the big tire because it's a little uh, open that way. And James is very good. I was not expecting
Yeah,
to see James coming so fast with the GT, huh? And that is a normal GT. Huh?
yeah,
It was good to see the fight between him and Fabio.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
That's true. I think
the
that's also
two
when
original
James hit
GTs.
the floor.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and he's also such a fun guy. Like he has
Mm-hmm.
really great jokes.
Yeah, I think they are a fantastic team. And what I was looking to my, I was looking because I was looking to my uh, drone videos, and I was seeing when James was racing, Kate was there, woo, pushing, and when she was racing, and I think that is nice to see a couple
Hmm.
who love the same sport and competing, and they are improving. I was not expecting to see so many fast guys. I was not expecting Philippe to be so fast. Philippe was
Hmm.
like flying. I was like, wow. Was persons that I was not imagining. Okay, these guys that we know that they are fast because we see them racing, but other persons I was like, wow. I was
Hmm.
not expecting that. And
Yeah.
of course is something that we have to be prepared for 2024. For me, is not I'm not a race guy. I'm a guy who just want to have a good time, and
Mm.
but it's nice to see other guys pushing to the limit. and
Yep.
we never know what is going to be the limit, because every day I'm asking myself what is going to happen next year, because in the last 2 years has changed so much by the world of one wheel. And the
Mhm.
one wheel at the moment they come with a VESC that opens the doors for speeding, torque. We have you can choose. You can say I want a board for torque, and I want a board for race, and I want a board maybe for long range.
Mhm.
Before, you just have to stick by the uh, future motion. If you like it or not like it, that was the only one there. And today we have, the world is open for the one wheel, and
Yep.
that is good for all of us.
Mhm.
And everybody who say I love future motion, I say perfect. Who loves VESC, perfect. I prefer VESC because I'm a heavy guy and I need that.
Mhm.
But I respect everyone who wants to go and stick by the XR or stick by the. And for you, I like you. I was seeing you um, riding with the VESC is a big difference for you.
Mhm. Yeah,
I see the
definitely.
change between one and the other. The first year
Mhm.
you was like, and seeing now you coming to the second year, and it is like for the two of us. I think that
Mhm.
everything is new. We
Yep.
are VESC is something
Totally
that
different
we have to.
experience.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's
but
also why I want to keep why I want to keep like three boards. So I will have like the XR, which is good for teaching people how
hmm
to ride one wheel. I think it's good to have a original board for that. And I will probably not ride it myself anymore.
uh
And I have the
like
range
me.
board, the range Vesk, and I will have my daily driver with the Superflux and the 18 battery. So I have like different options, and also like for friends who were interested in riding the one wheel and like had
hmm
fun practicing and trying it, but like couldn't be convinced to spend that much money for a board.
hmm
So I would just like gain them for the group rides like this.
Okay, we have some options there, like the float wheel. When you, I know I was asking to everybody here in Europe if they pay any taxes, and until this moment, all the people I talk, they say they don't pay no taxes. Then is around $160, one
Mhm.
thousand $600. So it's not an expensive machine, and you have the 84 volts. Uh, so it's something that you can go. When we talk
Mhm.
about XR, the XR was €2,000,
Mhm.
normal one. So I think the float wheel is a good machine. Then, of course, if
Yeah.
you go to VESC and you want to have more torque and more, then you have to think about more money. You have to
Mhm.
invest. But like I tell to everybody, like me, I like the rails, the original one from XR. Uh,
Mhm.
I have the X10 because of the big tire. But if you ask me, uh, not negative, but what you prefer, I love the XR, the straight ones.
Mhm.
Uh, of course, you have to choose. Uh, I'm very happy what have, but there's so many options, and the world is going to open more for all of us. I think in 1 year when we talk again, the two of us, I think if we're going to say the options is on without uh, imagine, I think it's going to be
Yeah.
very good for all of us. And the prices, I think they're going to go down because the
I
competition is
hope
going to
so.
be bigger, and everybody has to say, uh, for you, my friend, for us not to go too big with the video.
Just a
For
small thing. Like I love the customizability of the one wheel. Like I really like every board is unique. Everybody designs it differently, use different parts, different third accessories. It's so cool. Like to see the beauty in the different wheels.
do you find today? Do you think you find today you are happy with your board? What you have now as a Vesk is like, or is missing something for you?
So I'm still really looking forward to like the build I'm planning with the 18S battery with
Mm-hmm.
like more power, more torque, and also like not being connected to the board during the ride anymore. So I'm used to it, but it's nicer for races and so on, of course, to go without a backpack, the backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm also like really interested in like how the Superflux performs. Um, so no,
You would love it, my friend.
I'm not the happiest I can be with the one wheel I have right now, but I'm really looking forward to finishing this. I think like in February, the last part, like the BMS
When the
is
weather
coming,
comes,
and I hope
when the weather
then I
comes
will
better
be
for all
able
of
to
us.
finish it.
You just need the weather a little better, then you can
Mhm,
start to then enjoy your machine. Like me, I'm waiting all the time for the weather to
mhm,
comes better, and that way we can. I have my vest kit. I'm waiting all the time for good weather, good weather, good
mhm,
weather. But for you, we see that the fly things as now the new generation.
mhm,
Do you think the new generation is something good, or you find we we don't see it riding? It's just do you think you're going to stick by the V2 like you have it, or you're going to update it in the future for the new ones?
mhm. So right now I have like two pairs of flight fins, so
Mm-hmm.
I think I won't upgrade anytime soon. Um, and actually, like I really want to have one board without flight fins, probably the range board,
Mm-hmm.
to get more used to riding without flight fins, and like to become a better rider in this regard. And
Yeah, I think too. I agree with you because I don't know, the flight fins is good when you are doing tricks, but when you go like big distance and it is can be maybe dangerous
mm,
because you can stay stuck with I was riding with the guys in France, and I was always afraid that I'm used to the so for us to understand, I'm used to the future emotion, and I'm used to of one time to another shut out and you fall. And with the Vesk is something like new, and I'm always waiting that he said okay is enough, and you fall. And till this moment the Vesk never do that to me.
mhm,
I'm getting trust
mhm.
slowly.
Yeah,
And
that's an issue with me. Yeah, for me, for example, like with the all the uphill sections in Portugal,
mhm,
like I was staying at like 30-40% duty cycle, so
mhm,
like still lots of headroom.
mhm.
Um, but like it went up all right, but I stayed slow because like I wasn't used to being able to ride uphill like this, and I thought like okay, I have to make several days still, and so I don't want to overdo it.
uh,
I don't want to have
Another
the butt
question,
fall.
there's some persons who use the a
Mhm.
controller. Do you ever try it? Do you think that is an option? Because I talked with some guys, and some guys told me, they told me they like it. Some people say I don't like it. Some people say, oh, I like the control because when I go uphill I can change the position very fast. And uh, do you ever try it? Is something that you plan for you, or nothing?
Um, and so I tried it at Float the Highlands
Mm-hmm.
on the at the parking lot for like 2 minutes or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, from somebody who built a Vesk with the remote.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, it's not that intriguing for me. So I also love to have the like to ride hands free,
Mm-hmm.
or like to have the camera in one hand,
Yeah.
as I usually do. And yeah, so it's nice to have this. And I know for me, like of course, like if you're doing like ramps and so on, I think then
Mm-hmm.
it's really nice to have it. But for my normal riding, I actually don't see the advantage for me.
Yeah,
But
that's why
I
that's why
think that depends on the training with it. So.
Mhm. I think too. I think we there is option. I think if you race, maybe it's going to be good for you to do it. If you don't race, I think that you're not going to need it that, because that is good for you to change positions, like you go uphill, downhill, to change
Mhm.
that you can have the nose more higher or more uh, close to the ground, and that way you can push it more or you can break it better. It's
Nice.
simple.
But
That
maybe I
is.
would just like fiddle around a bit with the float control app, which is also like now built in,
Hmm.
like a slider
Hmm.
for doing the same as a remote. And
Yeah, that's
I
the
didn't
same.
try it yet, but I'm also looking forward to that. But of
Hmm.
course, like having a remote is better than like having a touch screen on
Hmm.
your smartphone for controlling, because you can also like really
I
cause a
cannot.
fall, of course, if you miss switch.
I cannot describe this because I have my vest. My vest. That's why I'm trying to, me and Yanis, from the Vestman. I was riding with this board in Portugal, and this board was so balanced that the board was like I was going down, and the board was working for me. Like the nose was, I was going down. The nose comes to the front for me to have
Hmm.
more brake
Hmm.
automatically, and that was something in mine. I don't have it. Is the settings, of course. And then when I
Yeah,
was
ATR,
going
yeah.
up, I was seeing the nose coming up for me to make more power. With mine, I don't have that. And I was talking with a Vestman, for everybody don't know, and Vestman, I said, I'm going to put the settings like I have in your board. If you like it, I like it that way, and that way it works a little for you and help you when you are doing uphills and downhills. And for
Mhm.
me, I think that is fantastic. With my board is different because I don't have that setting like that.
Mhm.
I don't know how to program, guys. I don't have no problems to say. If I have something, I have to go to the guys and ask, hey, can you change it here? And that way is going to be better.
I
Uh,
think the parameters for these settings are the ones I play with the most,
mhm.
as like of course, like if you're not used to the reaction of your one wheel, if you like change surfaces like this or angles, yeah, like at first it's really irritating, but of course, like there are also like big advantages. But I'm also like fiddling around and like trying what is best for me, what works best for me. But I love this
Yeah,
feature also. I think it's really
uh,
good.
I think the important thing is for us to find the right spot for us to be. And for me, I was having this feeling with this board, and that's what I have to ask him. We're going to meet very soon again. He's planning to come to Netherlands, in him and his wife, and then we're going to make some rides in Belgium, and then I'm going to meet him. I'm going to tell you when he comes, because I think they are planning to do something in Belgium, like a small event ride day, but more for end of January, because the weather now in the moment is for us to forget it. Is like nothing. I just want to say to everybody's out there, is planning. Uh, so in 3 days we're going to have another crazy rider. Jaffa is a fantastic person, and he's pushing a lot this sport. He don't has he's not afraid of nothing, and it's a privilege to ride with him too. He comes from Belgium. He's one of the crazy ones, but the beautiful thing, he has two kids that is pushing them too, and they are loving. And his son is very fast. And as surprise, now today I have my daughter. She is pushing too, and she is next year going to come with me to the events. My son, I give him the XR, but he's not so interested in one wheel. My daughter is very interested, and she is riding a lot. And next year, maybe I'm going to put her riding, because she wants to race too, and
Mhm.
I'll buy the
The next
gears.
generation.
Yeah, I don't know. Uh, the boards was lots of years here. Nobody touched it. And this year,
Mhm.
everybody, the two of them, they are more interested. Let's see if they want to do it. Do it. I'm not going to push them. They have
Mhm.
to. They have to decide for themselves. I would be happy if they do it, but the remote is the next float island, I think. Yeah, for the float. Yeah, for the float. But float land. The float. I think that is a good place for you to use the controller because it's downhill. But the only thing there, you don't need it. You
Maybe
could
that's why.
because that is just downhill. That is just going like a machine downhill. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I was riding this here with my AUC behind you guys, and I was like, wow, these guys, they are fast because the one wheel is downhill is a machine, and if it's a Vesk, is more machine, and I was seeing everybody coming downhill from this the islands. I was like, this is crazy people. And next year, we know. What do you think? Next year is going to be like crazy or not?
Of course, it will be very crazy. But at Float the Highlands this year, I was actually amazed to see you on your EOC, like going uphill, like the whole hill, like it's nothing, and like also like really relaxed, right? Like you're not anxious at all. You're really used to riding the EOC, and it's so cool to
AUC
see what the machine is capable of. Yeah, it's
AUC
also
is
very
like
interesting.
something I cannot describe it. AUC is something that you for the people I think if you like to ski, you're going to have a AUC. If you like to float, you're going to have a one wheel. Uh, that is two types of. I love to ride my AUC because uh, I can do stuff that I cannot do with the one wheel, but there is stuff with the one wheel I can do that I cannot never do with the AUC, and to compete one against the other don't make no sense. I was very sad this year that I have to be more with the AUC. I would love to be more with my one wheel, but the guys need the footage and needs the somebody to make the videos from them, and I was the option. I hope that next year I will be more active riding,
Mhm.
not being filming or something like that. I think I need next year. I need more for me to ride with you guys and have fun.
Fingers
I
crossed.
think I deserve it. I think I did my part. That's what I told to everybody. Uh, and I love to ride too.
Mhm.
And
And now you also found again the fun in one wheeling again with your Vesk.
yeah,
That's so great.
yeah. So we talk about that in private and everything. It's like this. I was losing the faith in one wheel because I was frustrated with the XR because I could not do nothing. I could not go to a small mountain, a small thing. I was like,
Mhm.
and the vest changed my mind again and bring me back again to smile, and
Mhm.
was very sad. And the same like you,
Mhm.
we are a little bigger guys than the normal, and we was seeing the options was very. It's not that I have something against a company. It's just the reality was not
Mhm.
made for us. Was made for guys that have 75 kilos, 80 kilos, maybe. And
Mhm.
more than that, you're going to have problems. And this year changed everything. And I
Yep.
don't have no problem to say I'm the happiest man now, and I'm so proud that I can. I was in Paris against these guys of mountain boards. Me being in this mountains against these guys, and everybody was like, "Oh, this mountain, you're not going to do it." And I say, "You're going to see it." And I was going to the top with so many speed, and most of the guys with the mountain boards, they was not achieving, and it was like, wow, how can I do?
That's
And
so
I was
cool.
like, yeah, I was so like, you know, the Joker was like,
Mhm.
ting.
So
You
cool.
see, the one wheel can do it, and that is the difference. And I know that they have to upgrade some things. Like us, we was in Portugal, the two of us. Okay, the temperature was very high, but sometimes we have to stop the two of us because the motor was uh, giving you the pushback because you was too hot, the motor.
Yeah,
But of course, the
overheating. Yeah.
temperature in Portugal was very hot. Of course,
Yep.
here in Germany, we're not going to have this problem so much.
I
But
was so happy for you to achieve like the big
for two
uphill.
years, I have to carry this shit aboard. I was so upset, and I said, and the guy, a Westman, he told me, you have to do it. And I was like,
Mm,
but I was trying to go to the app to see how many percent I have in my battery, the voltage,
mhm,
and it was not opening. And I was like, okay, I don't know if I can push or not.
mhm,
You are afraid,
mm,
and I know that I could be more quickly, but I was like, ooh, but to achieve that and to achieve, how can I say it, to describe for the two of us is like this: to go downhill and have a nice break like before with the one wheel. If you brake too much, uh, you disconnect it directly, and see the vest controlling everything is like, and the two of us was in the back of everything all the time and seeing everything changing from one year to another.
yep,
That is just, I cannot describe it. It's, I think we was more I was more happy this year, and
mm.
I think next year we're going to be more happy. My
Yep.
question to
The
you, my
the
friend.
big hill is still like my opponent because I got like this year I got like 80% and then the motor was overheating. And like I knew, okay, if it was in the morning, it was like 5 degrees colder, like no problem at all. Yeah, but
But for me, it was like this. I
was a pity.
stopped before the mountain. I stopped, and the guys was calling me. You have to go up, and I say I'm not going to go up. I'm going to wait till the motor go
At the same,
cold,
yeah.
and then I'm going to make the mountain. And that was my problem. And I know, I understand by the, for everybody to understand. I understand is like this: if your motor of the vest is coming hot, if you are pushing in this moment, like me, it was happening like that. If you are pushing till the moment you don't stop pushing, is going to go to the top. Up the moment you, like, you try to go a little slower, then it's going to make you the pushback. But till the moment you are pushing to the top, till you are always pushing, is not going to give you the pushback.
Mhm.
But if you try to say, okay, I'm going to brake and I'm going to do it again, then it's going to say, okay, the motor is too hot. But till that moment, you, and that's what why I put to this motor, because I say I'm going to go in the same speed, and I'm not going to move it, and that way I'm going to go to the top. And when
Mhm.
I came to the top, was direct the pushback,
Mhm.
direct the pushback, because it was too hot, the motor.
Yeah.
That is, it was very hot.
Yeah. But also with the Vesk, I feel safer as like for the whole tour I had with the like with my earpod. Um, like I had announcements on like on the current speed, but more importantly on the current duty cycle. So like how much headroom there is
Mm-hmm.
for me to go faster, or when I have to slow down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's really felt like a lot more safer to me as I really know like what's up with the board at this moment. So
Yeah.
that's really cool. Like not for everyday riding, but for the tour, as it was important to not fall and like to not have bad injuries, but still to keep up with the group. Like it was a really cool option.
But the question, do you always do you like the first year was always with the battery, not like we see in the picture there. You are
Hmm.
always with a battery extra in your back, in your bag. Uh, uh, from the first year to this year, do you see any difference of using the battery from the XR than now being with the Vesk?
Yeah, so actually for the tour, I got a second battery to have to drain like energy from three batteries at the
Hmm.
same time. Because like with the with just the stock XR battery pack, I got 12.5 kilometers, so like it
Okay.
just like cut in half the range. And yeah, so I thought, okay, like with the second battery, I could probably do the 25, but still on the at the edge, like depending on the terrain you're riding. And so I bought a third battery from Tom actually, and built some custom adapter. So like to have like I think 4 kilograms of batteries
Hmm.
in my backpack, and yeah, to be like on the safe side, which worked out pretty great.
Yeah.
So
I think that is the good thing. You have the option to charging was always a little problem because it was too much people and Portugal, the place that we passed was small village and they are not prepared for so many energy and lots of people was using fast chargers
mm,
and you are pulling lots of energy and
yep.
that of course for small village they are not prepared for that, but everything works, everything was okay. um, Coming to the end, my friend, because we are close to
Mhm.
2 hours now.
Oh, wow.
I always tell when we start to talk, never we are talking, we don't see the time goes, and the people always tell, "Oh, Nelson, the interview was 2 hours." Yeah, because we start to talk, we never see the hours passing. My friend, uh, 24, 24, 2024. What you love to happen for you, my friend, in the world of one wheeling?
Okay. First thing and most important thing for me to finish my daily driver board.
Backpack, yes, my friend.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Then to yeah, again like gain great experiences at the different events, and like to meet many new riders, but also like to re-meet like the riders I got to know in the last few years, as it's so great to like to be part of this community. And I hope to learn chair riding, as now I have the Mexican chair, and I'm
Yes,
really
please
looking
show us the
forward
chair.
to
Who is the
practicing.
chair? Come on, show us. So let's talk about that before we let him come. Look, 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 look. Yee. So before you show that, I want to tell what you arrange something very special for the community in Europe. Tell us a little more about what you came with something very special to these chairs, and
Mhm.
how many chairs was all in together?
Yeah, so actually, like I was trying out the Mexican chair on like one of the last few days in Portugal. I thought like, okay, cool. I also want to have one. Like as like on the tour we saw that like two people like Lars and Gonza, like they did like about 80 or 90% of the tour just on a chair. And before I thought, okay, it's just like a fun thing for like fun short races. But they proved that it's really like working also for longer times, and that's really working great. And I thought, okay, I want to have one, and I asked Max, yeah, on Instagram how to like how many orders we need to for him to ship to Europe, as usually he doesn't ship to Europe. And so I started collecting orders from different European one-wheel communities for about 2 weeks, and like try to reach every country, every community. And so got I think 19 people ordering, or 20 people ordering, and like 20, 21, 22, 23 chairs. And yeah, so a lot of work with like all the calculations and import and stuff. And yeah, but at the end, like I think last Friday, I sent out the last package. So I redistributed like the chairs all over like Europe for everybody who ordered. So this is it. And I myself sat for like 5 seconds on the one wheel with it, just like for taking a short photo for Instagram, and then it started. Like I didn't have any more time, and then it started snowing just like the next few days. So yeah,
You are waiting.
yeah, like I feel like many people who ordered yeah, like gain much more experience in a really fast time. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to better weather and to be able
I have my
to learn
two.
this.
I don't order for you. We talked the two of us to order because a friend from Amir was there. I have two one. We have to ride the two of us together. You have in blue and you have I have the orange one. Uh, I think it's nice. It's different.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
I
really
was
looking
talking
forward to
with
it.
Mac, and he was telling me, Nelson, you are so heavy. I don't know if the chair is made for 220 pounds, I think.
Mhm.
And I say I have 300, and he was like, "Oh my god!" Oh. And he said, "But you can try it." But you tell me if that is experience for him to show if that can go to so many so many kilos, and we will see.
I
But the
also
weight is
got
not.
one more chair because yeah, I'm also over the officially tested weight, and yeah, I hope it works for me. I hope it doesn't break, but just to be on the safe side, like I bought a
Yeah,
second
it
chair
told
as
me if you
well.
don't jump, it told me if you don't jump and you don't do uh, crazy stuff, it's going to be okay. He told me if that works with normal use, with no
Mhm.
jumping and everything, I give you a new one or I give you the money back. That's what he told me to me. But he said if I'm doing something stupid, of course, with my weight, that is not prepared for that. I understand
Mhm.
him very well, and I think but it's nice to have. It's something that I bought. I was going to bring with you. I know that you don't win nothing with that, and that is lots of work because lots of people don't understand that it's just shipping, asking, organizing, see how many people wants it, then sending everything to Mac, and then sending to you. Then you have to see how much you have to pay for taxes, then separate all the what the
Mhm.
people have to pay or extra, then send to the home of everybody because everybody was not just in Germany, was around Europe. So that is lots of work. And then we just have to be very thankful to you to do that because that way is more people that have now here. I hope that Float Europe makes a deal with him and maybe
Mhm.
in the future we can have that. But like always, we always have been stuck. Like flight things is difficult for us to receive lots of things from USA is difficult because when we is like the GT. Look the price what we have to pay.
Mhm.
It's close to 3,000. I don't know how much it's going
I
to
think
be.
it's 3,800 euros actually.
Yeah. So you are paying like close to not two boards, but when you buy two of them, is the third one is close to you are paying for a third one, and
Mhm.
it's crazy. Then you as a European, you cannot. It's difficult for you to say I want to buy a future motion machine. Let's see what happens. But
Actually, it's also hard for me, like for people who just get in the sport now. Like, I don't know what to recommend to them. As
yeah,
like, I wouldn't recommend them a future motion board if they live
hmm
in Europe.
yeah,
And like, okay, with the float wheel, it's also like problematic as they also suit right now.
hmm
Um, so I would say go west, but like, it's not good for beginner also. So it's yeah, it's a hard situation.
it's hard. It's hard for us to. It's hard for us to say, okay, buy this and or go to Vesk. It's not easy for anyone to
Mm.
just go to say to him, okay, go to Vesk. I know
Um,
how much that costed. I'm just going to put here from a company here from Germany. Look how much you're going to pay for that with is
wow.
without
And this is even a
3,900.
reduced price, they say.
Yeah, and they are with a reduced price. That they are with 100 and a little more euros less. So
Yeah.
guys, that is like crazy. We are paying. Then if you go to the USA, I don't know how much they pay, but I think
I think it's 3,200 before
yeah,
taxes.
it's a big difference, my friend. It's like day and night. It's difficult.
Mhm.
So let's put it here. How
I
much
must
is
say they have
2,000,
nice footage.
3,200.
Nice videos. Yeah.
So we are talking about
Before taxes, I think.
yeah, yeah, of course, but we are talking about around 800 euros
Hmm.
without because now is in saved. Then you have,
Yeah.
but if you go here and you put the extra things and blah blah blah, you're going to go to 34,200 in end. If you put the extra, this mega charge and blah 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 and blah blah blah, you're going to pay.
Fender. Yeah.
Yeah, fender and blah 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 is carbon fender. So it's impossible for us to think about that, and it's very sad that
Mm.
and the communication. I tried to invite them here to come, and but they don't want to speak because I would love to see uh, what they can say to all of us in Europe. Why they are not here already? There is so
Mhm.
many riders. Why we don't have that option? Is because of the laws that we have here, that they know that they are have to go by the rule. Because here in Europe, you have to give 2 years a guarantee. Is
Mhm.
you don't have no chance. So,
Yeah.
and I know that normally the Future Motion just want to give 1 year.
Yeah. So
We
actually,
will
a fun
see what
fact,
happens.
like I spent about the same amount of money this year on like the Vesk stuff, but I got two boards out of this, or I
Yeah,
will have
that's the
gotten two boards
problem.
out of
That's
this,
the
and
I
also
was
some
talking.
parts to sell again.
Yeah, that
I
that
need
that's
them.
that, that's a big question, because I was seeing like I don't want a float wheel cost 1,600 euros.
Hmm.
Dollars. So we're going to see around the same, and most of the people not paying taxes about that. I don't know how they do it, but most of the people I know here in Europe, they don't pay no taxes. So
Hmm.
is we are talking about you're going to buy close to three float, not three but close,
Yeah, yeah,
three
that's true.
float wheels, and you are with 84 volts already,
Yeah.
and
The downside I see in the float wheel is like that the all the one wheel accessories don't fit it usually.
yeah.
So like you also again you're like dependent on one manufacturer,
Yeah, that's
which
the big problem.
is um,
But the float wheel, it gives you the options to buy everything extra there by them, and it's not expensive. That
mm,
is the good thing. If you go there,
yep,
I'm not making propaganda for float wheel. I'm just saying that you have the option there, but it's not everything positive. I know lots of guys are talking that they don't like this, they don't like that. Of course, it's not going to be. That is like the second company, is like Apple and Samsung. Uh, is like Future Motion and now Float Wheel. There are two
mm,
companies who want to go very high, and one is giving you the EOS, and the other one is giving you the Android.
mhm,
That is simple.
no.
Uh,
But
but
actually, shout out to a Dutch company which like started just a few weeks or month ago. I think it's called Lenco Solutions or something like this.
mhm,
So they also built like a one wheel device similar to it. And I think like Gonze tried it last weekend or 2 weeks ago.
mhm,
And so he's from the Netherlands, and I think he like at least I wrote it just a bit with
mhm,
him. Like he didn't really try out the official one wheel before, but he also has a Vesk wheel, which is like kind of a different form factor a bit. So
mhm.
also like the accessories don't fit. Yeah, but it's a Vesk wheel which you can also like build yourself, or you can buy the whole. Um, so I think it's an
Parts.
interesting approach.
Yeah, it's like this company. I don't have nothing. They're going to come here next in 2 weeks, And of course there's motors and everything. Now you have the option to go there. I was talking with the guys in private, and I think that is good for the community to know. You have the option that you buy the battery completely. Of course, the battery is not going to be the 21 700. It's going to be the 18, I think 18 something. Let me see what battery they are using. Yeah, that is going to be the yeah, it's going to be the yeah, the
Oh, but it's
B28A.
8420 S2P. Okay.
But it's going to be the 84 volts 22, but it's the small one. So,
Mhm.
but you have the option to buy everything. Or one wheel, you're going to have here the box completely. Is something that I think is good. And
Goodbye, you. Well.
Jens floats on. So you see you guys in the next group ride. And yeah, just arrange something for us. We're going to go there. I hope that the better help us. Then you have the motor and you have everything. Is then you have the box, the control box. So when you put everything together, you don't need these rails. You can buy other rails, not so expensive. You have the complete machine ready to go.
Yeah.
You just have to plug it and it's finished. And if you see the price from the difference, because this one it comes already with the tire, not just the motor, you receive the tire too.
Mm.
And when you see it 400 900, the control is going to be more expensive. 900 is going to be 1700
Mhm.
with some
Yeah,
rails.
but so I don't have that much experience with fun engineers until now. But I personally am cautious because I got the Funwheel BMS. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
waiting for a solution for the BMS situation for a long time, and until now it doesn't work like it's announced to with 18S batteries. So they're working on some update. I have been in contact with them like at the beginning when I got the BMS about 2 months ago, and yeah, I hope they will find a solution. Even though I probably can't use it because it's too big for the battery box
Yeah.
and for my
And
battery.
do you have
But
already lights?
like it's working, but I don't have it integrated in the board. So this will also be on the
Okay.
next build.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to open my working board up
Mm-hmm.
uh, until I have a proper replacement. So I will keep it safe, keep
Mm-hmm.
this board riding for sure, and just like with next build. And then if that's finished, I can also integrate lights in this.
That
So
is
I figured
something
out
because
all
I don't
the
have no lights
schematics with
too.
help online.
Because I don't have lights too, and I need lights. Most of the
Mhm,
time, I'm using now the Shrek lights
mhm.
in my board to the side, and it is very sad that we are not seeing the new, like the new thing that we are seeing. The new ones they are coming, but the 20s 2P is the 21 700 is very tight in a box and it's
Mhm.
difficult to put everything together. And of course, the people wants more range, wants to have everything, and
Yeah,
now
wait, I can just show.
let's change.
So this year's the 18S battery, and this is the Fungineers BMS,
Mm-hmm.
and like there's no way it's gonna fit in
Yeah, it's not going to fit.
at all. So I'm
And
waiting
you
for
have the
smaller BMS.
boxes. Yeah, it's difficult, my friend. It's impossible. You cannot do it. It's like is and is no is not there is not the option for you to put it in the other side from the box, the control box.
Not
It's
really.
too long, too long.
So I'm waiting for another BMS
Okay.
right now. So which will come out in February. I think it's called the Stoked Stock
Okay.
BMS, and yeah. So nobody really has experience with it, but I just hope that it will work properly. And
Mhm.
like it's really small compared to this,
Yeah,
and
I
I
hope
hope
so
it's the
because
solution for my board.
yeah, because we don't no lights is not good. is not the best solution for all of us. Like me, I need lights. I go to work, and in the evening I have to come back. Uh, I have someone here in my head that
Mhm.
I use it, and but that is not the best solution for me.
Yeah.
We'll
I
see.
look forward to having all the LED effects.
So, my friends, I just want to say you are all right. We are 2 hours now. I want to
Wow.
say to all of you, guys, thank you for coming. Uh, for you, my friend, like always, I leave you with the last words for the community who come today to see you, and for the people who came, who are going to see it the video later on. I leave you the last words for you, and from my side, guys, every week, 2 times. Mondays and Tuesdays we make the interviews with the riders. We're going to have lots of people coming till end of April. Then April is we're going to close it because we're going to start the events and everything, and then it's just more riding. Till now, we have lots of people. Is full, and from my side, thank you so much for coming and support the community. From my side, I just want to say to you, my friend, thank you so much. I think you bring lots of inspiration for all of us. I think you can help a lot with the Vesk world for the DIYs. I think the DIYs is one of the important tools for us to have more opportunities, and we are seeing how because of the DIYs, the works they are doing, like you, that we have now reached to a nice point, and we can have an option to say, I want this or that. And before we was stuck to one company, and I don't have nothing against the company. I have to thank them all because we are riding today because of them. They create this good instrument, but they have to open the doors and leave us to choose what we want to write. And from my side, I want to thank you so much, and I leave you with the last words for the community who came and see you.
Thank you. So also thanks for having me. And before I get the last words, just a quick shout out also to Vít from Slovenia, who helped me in the beginning with Vesk, and also in between. I don't want to forget him and his help. Yeah, so for everybody who is interested in one wheeling, definitely check it out. It's really fun and also a really great community. And also come to the international events as they're also fun, and you just learn so much about the different vehicles and the different techniques. And yeah, it's just really cool to be part of this international community.
Is very important to be a part. You be a part of that. I think everybody, like I always tell, everybody has his role. Everybody has his way of riding, and that is the beautiful about this sport is we have so much people doing so much and riding his style, his way, enjoying and bringing new friends. I know that you guys are doing a amazing job here in Germany with this the small group that you guys have active, and was another group in Germany that was lots of people inside, but most of them don't react to nothing. And I hope that we can change that in the future, and we can have great things because. Lots of people think we don't have nothing. They create here in Germany the forum, One Wheel German Forum, that we can talk. There is groups here who speak for the one wheelers, and I think if you are in Germany and you are riding one wheel, try to contact us, me or Yanis. We have a great team of riders, people who will be happy to help you, and maybe you are close to any one of us, and we can go for a small ride or have not just riding as a nice conversation, stopping, drinking something, eat something, and know each other. That way we grow our communities. I know that we are illegal, but we can go off road and have some fun. Don't you think so?
Yeah, and it's also cool to like combine the different generations. Like age really doesn't matter. Like we have kids with us. We have yeah, not like seniors, but like some of them are also seniors with us. And like if you're just like concentrating on the sport and on the things you share, like age really doesn't matter. And I think the one is for everyone.
Yeah. So, like always, my friends, no limits to ride. one wheel or what you're riding, you are always welcome. Doesn't matter what you ride. If you ride a scooter or a bike or one wheel, AUC, mountain board, skateboard, just come and have fun with all of us. I think you're going to enjoy it. I know that is winter now, but in Europe, but pretty soon we're going to come back, all of us, and we're going to have lots of fun. For you, my friend, thank you so much for coming. It was a pleasure again, and I think you bring lots of things for the table, and I hope to see you very soon.
Thank you.
Us
Put
and
on.
bye bye, guys. Have a good time and see you. Bye bye.